In this video, I want to show you that you can follow this career, no matter if you're a student or a senior, to make a lot of money as a programmer. And for that, I'll show you the progress that I've made on my future website. I am developing a tool that monitors and organizes car prices at auction in Forza Horizon 4, which opens up the possibility of making players richer in Forza. This platform could be a mobile app, but it'll be hosted on a website, which means that to use it when it's launched, just go to the Racing Legends website. A well-developed website can be as good as an app, if not better, but for that, we usually need an experienced web developer or a well-prepared team of programmers. This can be very expensive for those who will make a website or app, or it can be your chance to enter a career path as a programmer to pursue a life connected with the future and which is very rewarding. To get an idea of how much a programmer makes, I quickly looked it up and saw that a programmer earns, on average, a bit over $10,000 a year in my region, but somehow they can make some $70,000 a year in the US. Not bad, is it? With all that money, you can certainly play around. But these values vary a lot, and I've seen people say anything from 25 to 250K a year. Yeah. Furthermore, contrary to what many people think, to be a programmer, you don't need to consider yourself smart. You don't have to be gifted or be a technology addict. Quite the opposite. Programming can be not only easy, but fun. That's right, it may sound very strange, but in this video, I'll show you how easy it is to get started in web development, and you will draw your own conclusions. So, first, let's talk about the project I'm developing and the website that will support the tool. Then, I'll show you how I designed it, wrote the HTML programming and the CSS for the website in a beginner-level and simple-to-understand way. In the end, I'll show you exactly the steps I took to learn everything I needed for the project, which is how you can learn to program and potentially pursue this career, which can make you rich in real life. After this rather long start, I hope you're getting excited to learn the basics of programming, so let's dive in. The project for this video is as follows. Organize the prices of the Forza Horizon 4 car auctions in charts so that interested players can analyze them and make buying and selling decisions in the game, to earn money there as if it was a training for stock market trading. Whew, that was a long one. For that, I will need to collect these prices straight from the game in some way, organize this data in databases, transform it into charts, and put it out in a place accessible to players, which will be the Racing Legends website. In this video, we will make the website, which will consist of a few different pages. One to be the starting page or the welcome one about the channel and what this is all about, one that will contain the charts or analysis environment, and maybe others to be added in the future. To start, we need to have an idea of what we want the site to look like. And for that, we can use pencil and paper or an image editing software. In my case, I wanted a simple design with a background image, a navigation bar, the channel logo in the center, the content on a dark background, and a footer. That would be the website design for computers. As the vast majority of you seem to watch my videos on your smartphone, it is essential that the platform works well on phones and mobile devices. In them, it would be nice to have a similar look, but with a hidden menu so it's more usable. This phase of the project can be very simple, just to get a general feeling of how the site will be organized and where the main elements will be, such as content, navigation, and the like. With that defined without too many restrictions, it's time to get our hands dirty. This is where we start to carry out the project itself. For that, I'm using XAMPP, which allows me to test my website from my computer, and a code editor, but you can do that even in Notepad. To start programming, we will create a text file in .html or .php format. In it, we put some words and symbols, and it's ready to use. Here, we will simply list the elements of the site. Remember that we designed how we wanted the site to be? Well, now it's time to turn the design into a real website. Here at the bottom, we will transcribe what we drew in HTML language. It is very simple. To put a text, we can put the tags with a P and write the paragraph inside them. For all other elements of the site, we can do the same thing, all in the order from top left to bottom right. In the navigation bar, we will have 4 links and an image. So we put 4 tags, each with its link and an image tag. Here we write the folder where the image is. The site body is made of a small text, and in the footer we have some links. With that, our website is already complete. See how easy it is? Now we can already access it, but it's a little bit… well, you decide if you would use a website like that. As the answer was probably no, the last step is to make the site look beautiful. And that is what we're gonna do between style tags. Or even in another file if you wanna be more organized. So far, if you wanna start playing with this type of programming, it is good to know where to find the information you need, which I'll talk about more in a while, but I'ma tell you that you can find everything you need at W3 Schools, Stack Overflow, and Google. With that said, the most useful tool for us in this project will be the div. Div is another HTML tag that is like a box where you wanna put an element. Whenever we wrap something with this tag, it'll be inside an imaginary rectangle. Once this is done for the elements of our website, we can start to define size as height and width, how it'll be shown, colors of the elements, background colors or images, transparency, if it's gonna be fixed in place or move along the site, and a multitude of parameters that can be adjusted. Each of these parameters can be tweaked for each of the elements, such as an image or a piece of text, or for each of the divs, which are the boxes that involve elements, or even for divs that we can add to act as containers, having several boxes inside it. After testing a lot what is good and what is not, the result is what you see on your screens. You can tell that to take the conglomerate of elements on a white background to a usable and pleasant website, CSS is a very powerful tool. Even so, if you follow this internet programming path, you'll find that there are packages that facilitate your work, bringing ready-made styles, a simplified way to program the website, and even tools to develop complex apps on websites such as JavaScript. With HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, you can make everything from the simplest business card sites to the most complex projects for large customers. So I recommend that you start having some fun with this environment if you like that kind of thing. To be able to work on your projects, you can look for explanations for things you don't know yet at W3 Schools, which is where I learned everything I know. That's why I recommend it. There, they offer explanations about everything the language does with examples, all for free. If it's something more complex, you can put it on Google and you can almost always find someone with a similar question and an answer to the problem on a website like Stack Overflow. In conclusion, the design of websites and apps, such as that of Racing Legends, can be quite fun, even though it needs a bit of dedication. If you learn to create this type of program through projects you enjoy, you may well develop a taste for programming and pursue a rewarding career. The more you train, the better you'll get. But you don't need to know anything to start. Just search it on the sites that teach this stuff, and to be able to find it all, Ctrl F is your best friend, the famous Find On page. Stay tuned, because this platform is beginning to take shape more and more, so you can subscribe and allow notifications, because when our website is ready, you will be able to make a lot of money in Forza auctions, and YouTube will always tell you when new videos are released here on the channel.